Hello, 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 and welcome to Illusion Fox Gaming. I'm back, sorry for the wait. But after our failed attempt at doing the Nuzlocke, we'll come back here to Final Fantasy XIV and do things over here. $62. What do I... Gotta get back to where the quest is so that we can continue on. So tomorrow I'm going to try and get set up and we will get the other sub reward for last month done, which will be to finish up a character story in Frontier Saga. Gotta remember what system I have that on. The reason I'm doing that is because, I mean, I would go doing like Final Fantasy 3 Pixel Remaster, but Witch Queen's coming out soon, and I want to dive into that day one. And so I want to get the sub rewards done before the end of the month, of course. Or Saga Frontier, yeah. I called it Frontier Saga earlier, I think. We won that, thankfully. Awesome. Gotta get 5 kills in versus mode for this next one. Well, now that we're back on dry land. I think eventually you can get an ability here to swim with your mount, but I don't have that yet. gonna run you off. To bend with the wind, Sorbonne is in high spirits. I shall return to the ship and prepare for our departure. If you have any remaining business to conduct with the pirates here, I pray you do so now. Ah, that reminds me. Would you be so kind as to inform the Confederates of our plans? The more they know of our movements, the less likely we are to be mistaken for another vessel by their comrades. Oh, you're one of the Ijin from the beach, leaving us already? No need to pay the tides, like Tansu said. On the other hand, if you were to peruse our wares and find anything to your liking, we should be glad to sell it to you for a fair price. You have spoken with the Confederates up above, then? Excellent. If you are ready to depart, we may do so at any time. All aboard. Then let us be off. I shall deliver you to the fishing village of Asari. Wait, Tonsui said that the Viceroy was holding court in one of the fishing villages, did he not? Should Asari chance to be the village in question, we could instantly find ourselves surrounded by Imperial soldiers. I think it is safer to come ashore some distance away. Well, I know just the place. Here we are. I'm reasonably certain none bore witness to our approach. And with this, I believe I have filled the terms of our agreement. Aye, that you have. You have my deepest thanks, Thorbon. Truly, we are blessed to have befriended such a clever and industrious merchant. Oh, you are much too kind, good sir. I know not where your path may lead, but I wish you the very best and hope that we shall meet again. So we finally arrived in Nothard. All we need to do now is liberate Doma. Ah, yes, that. Look, daunting though it is, we do have one thing in our favor, the element of surprise. Unlike in Garabania, the Imperials don't know we're here. Admittedly, that may be our only advantage considering how few of us there are. Well, I expect the Doma Liberation Front will even up the odds a bit, but before all that, we need to see if this is the fishing village Tonsui was talking about. It may well be. I smell ceruleum on the breeze.
Even accounting for the rebellion, such indiscriminate shows of force seem pointlessly excessive.
If only you knew how commonplace such scenes have become. Are we too late?
Over there, someone's coming.
It is she, sworn enemy of Doma, of my master. The traitor who sold her homeland to the Garleans. Yotsuyu.
The Viceroy herself. And look behind her. Isn't that...
Filth and squalor everywhere I look. How very Doma. What I wouldn't do for a drink. Come now. You've no reason to look so afraid. You have lived through a quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember? 'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall and be broken. Therein lies hope. Therein lies freedom. I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You are free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. Should. A resident of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Kojin this morning. They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane, but we both know that simply isn't true, don't we? Have you anything to say? Bit slow, this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word. Kill him. Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something or other, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire.
I have a family. Kami, forgive me. Kami, forgive me.
Very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you. Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire. We can't have that.
But they're my parents. You can't expect me to...
Yeah, she does. She was trying to bait him into doing just that.
Stop and think for a moment. If you go charging in now, every one of those
But I
villages
want
is
to go
as good as
charging in
dead.
right now.
We must consider the wider picture. If we act recklessly, we risk alerting the Garleans to our presence here, making it that much harder for us to work with the local rebels. To say nothing of the reprisals ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
Open your eyes, girl. They are already suffering. Let me go. I am putting an end to this madness. I will approach the village alone and identify myself as a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive. They will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plans.
You saw what those monsters did to the villagers. Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where you stand?
Fair
We live
point.
and die at the pleasure of the Kami. My fate is in their hands and no others. If it be of any comfort, I am no stranger to chains.
You can't expect us to stand idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugane.
Nor is it like the Reach, Lys, or the Wall. Let him go. Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it won't come to that, but only the gods know how we're going to get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, you may yet find your miracle. Now, leave this place. I must go.
Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental. Something intrinsic. Something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth. You can't do a damn thing if you're dead.
Enough, Yotsuyu!
Well now, this is a surprise.
Hear me, Yotsuyu! Cease this farce, here and now, and I shall surrender myself to you. Refuse, and all shall answer to my blade.
Bring him to the tavern.
Why didn't they disarm him first? And A, why didn't he just go... Things he could have done right there if he had half a mind to. I hate as much as you, maybe even more. Every fireman being was crying out to intervene, but what's done is done. Gosetsu's gamble was give us the time we need to find a solution. He bade us seek aid at the distant tower, yes. For want of a better idea, I say we do just that, while taking care to avoid the Imperials. That is a tall-ass tower. It's a weird-looking tower at that. Once I get flight, I'll have to take a better look at that. I mean, I've never really gotten up close to it and really tried to look at it on my other character. On my main. I got my GB operator today, so I need to go through and add to the list of games I can stream, all the games I can throw into that. We seem to have evaded their patrols so far. What is that tower anyway? I've never seen anything like it. According to my map, we are on Onokaru, and the tower is known as Heaven on High, a mysterious structure built long ago by persons unknown. Oh gods, listen to me, I'm starting to sound like Alphino. Next thing you know, I'll be saying things like, as you are doubtless already aware. Over there, do you see it? Doesn't look like it's been dead long. Whoever did this is a good shot. I can't see a single stray arrow. Well, someone's hungry. Wait, that isn't either of you two, was it? Calm down, we had nothing to do. Wait, what am I doing? They can't possibly understand us. Time to run, Lace. We save our strength for any that give chase. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Just imagine if they'd taken us by surprise, what a fine ending that would have been to our story. Anyway, I think it's safe to assume that the people at the tower know how to defend themselves. After sharing an island with these things now, all we need to do is convince them to help us. Oh, there's someone here, and they've even got their own aetheryte. Wait a minute, I've seen that singer before. It was when we met with Tonswave, which means this place belongs to O. Alice seems bemused to find herself standing outside a Confederate settlement. It would seem we have found a Confederate settlement, maybe even their headquarters, judging by the size of the place. So, Gosetsu made us seek out the Confederacy for aid and succor, the self-same Confederacy that refuses to openly oppose the Empire. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. At the very least, they're unlikely to ask us for the tithe. I certainly hope not. We did already pay them. What wind brings you hither of all places? Were you not bound for Othard's shores? I see. I trust you have not forgotten our previous conversation on the subject, no? Then what do you want? A second opinion? Very well. Come with me, I will take you to Captain Rasho. Just like that, an audience with their leader. How very accommodating. We must needs choose our words carefully. You leave it to me. I've always been good with people, and this will also give me a chance to use the Eastern greeting they showed me in Revenant Soul. Oh, this will be interesting. If Lisa's gonna be the one talking... Talking with words I don't find to really generally be her strong suit. She generally seems to do pretty good talking with her feet or her fists. Greetings, you must be Rasho, leader of the Confederacy, and so on. I realize this is all a bit sudden, but the thing is, we have a little favor to ask. Oh guys, I've probably broken half a dozen rules of Far Eastern etiquette already. Well, I'm sorry about that, but you have to understand that we're in a hurry, so I'm going to stop talking now. Men who revere manners of tradition can be found the world over, but not here. Your candor is appreciated. Speak your heart. Gosetsu, a former leader of the rebellion, I know of him. Why he bade you petition us for aid and succor, however, I know not. At the risk of repeating myself, to join the Confederacy is to announce all other ties. We are beholden to none, allied with none. When Doma was invaded by the Empire 25 years ago, we did not rush to her defense. Knowing this, do you honestly expect us to help you drive the Imperial forces out of Asari? The Garleans have long maintained a presence in this region, and we would be fools to break the peace, fragile as it is. Besides, you are capable warriors, yes? With guile and preparation, you can surely resolve this matter yourselves. It is imperative that our presence here remains secret for as long as possible. For us to openly engage the Imperials at this time would endanger everything we have come here to achieve. You have told us why you cannot fight, not why we should fight in your stead. If you'd speak to me of life saved, I would speak to you of slaughter. How many will die when all pretense is lost and the Garleans declare war on the Confederacy? Hate is a luxury we cannot afford. You are free to come and go as you please, but you will receive no further aid. Thank you for your hospitality. If you would excuse us. Hey, I know that didn't go well, but I'm not prepared to give up on them yet. Gosetsu told us to come here for a reason. He must have believed we could convince them to help us. We just have to work out how. My thoughts exactly. I'm glad to hear we're of the same mind. Just little wonder they refused. We have done naught to persuade them. The real work begins now. We need to learn more about the Confederacy, what their needs and weaknesses are. Once we know that, we will know how to earn their trust. No, it's time for a streamer's fight. Outnumber and decide to throw a spell. Oh well, we still won. Thank you all of you for making that possible. Say that. But anything, it's up there. At least that's my best guess. Taking interest in the ship, and good eye. She's not much to look at now, but once upon a time she was a beauty. The Confederacy favors flotillas of smaller ships to capture and board errant vessels. The larger ones like this, Sekiburn, only take part in major engagements. Not that we've had any of those recently, with those Imperial bastards throwing their weight around. If it wasn't for them, well, no use moaning about what you can't change, eh? Had a good look around then, we just need to wait for Lise. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I wanted to talk to as many people as I could. It's just as Tansui said, they have no intention of standing up to Yatsua. I don't know if you two got a different impression. I agree, it's obvious that they are struggling to survive, and that they blame the Imperials for their recent troubles. Even if we do nothing, it is inevitable that they will come into conflict with the Empire sooner or later, and deep down, they all know it. The only thing holding them back at the moment is the belief that they lack the strength to survive the coming war. So we need to prove to them that we're not all talk, that we can be valuable allies in the fight. And what better way to demonstrate our worth than by seeking out people with mundane problems and offering them our expert assistance? Wouldn't be the first time we've had to earn someone's trust by helping them out with this and that, and you know it won't be the last. I'll look around the western end of Onokuru. You two take the east. Good luck. Kachika's nodding sagely in your direction. You strike me as a strong and capable individual. I have a job for you, Westerner, if you are courageous as well. On the beach far to the west lies the carcass of a Gyoki. Feathered with arrows, I would have you go and retrieve those which may still be of use. While you're about it, I should be glad if you are to butcher its tail for meat. Very good meat in Gyoki tails, you know. But I did say you would need to be courageous for it, and I meant it. The beast was young, do not be surprised if angry mother mourns its child. It's like, stop throwing your bombs. Just no. But then when all went to hell. And it ended quick. Well, that was a lot easier than I remember it being. Okay. So we'll probably have time for one more quest after this. you've been away for some time, perhaps in search of young Gyoki corpse? I see, I did not misjudge you. Thank you for your help. Would that I could have tended to my own kill, but such is life. A pity the meat is not as delicious as it is nutritious. Under normal circumstances, we would not bother hunting Gyoki as game. But as you may have heard, these are not normal circumstances. Arrows, too, must be reused when possible. A prudent measure become necessary. Alas, with every passing day, our future grows more uncertain. But this day, we shall have full abilities, and in that must we take solace, and wayward travelers need not risk the ire of vengeful Gyoki by wandering near my neglected kill. A strange sigh passes your lips. Have I said something odd? No matter. Thank you again for your aid. Well, no, maybe we don't have time for another quest. Let's take a look and see who's out there to raid. Let's raid Ares. I don't think we've raided her in a while. When we move over, go ahead and copy and paste this into chat. I'd like to thank you all for coming in and supporting us here tonight. Hope to see you again tomorrow night. Till then, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.